was going to say, since you brought it up about the next show and about the news of the streaming.
Yeah. It's we're going to be streaming live on the NWA's YouTube, which is youtube.com/NWA. youtube.com/NWA.
Good job.
So,
Dramatic pause for a
yeah,
fact.
becoming that the territory and how we're kind of reimagining them with NWA's move to CW app and the network, where we're not broadcasting power on there, so we have this giant YouTube show, or following, without a lot of content being uploaded. So Noah suggested we try to go live on the thing, and I pulled some strings and made some idle threats, and we're going to be live. But I mean, this is the first time we've had a year of shows, but you can't watch them yet because don't know how, but I know the content game and how to distribute can be a very lucrative business, and how like it can provide residual income, not to line my pockets necessarily, but to continue to grow the business. So kind of trying to figure out how to do that over this year. Haven't gotten it there yet, but this show I think is ready. It's a great day one for people to see it. So streaming live on the NWA YouTube, I mean, 5,000 people can watch, 10,000, 500,000, I don't know, but that's what makes it so exciting. So we'll
Can
see what
I
happens.
ask him a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Okay, so I was catching what I believe is the latest episode of Power. Are we not the first territory?
We are the first territory.
So why is the Kazanas dude talking about he's the first territory?
Because they're insane and they're making a trivial fight out of nothing. Like, here's what did Michael Jordan care what Hakeem Olajuwon did, or did he focus on winning every championship? So they can say whatever they want. They do these little snide internet like comments like, oh, it's a good idea I came up the first. They're so peanut butter and jelly of how awesome we are. In theory, we were the first territory. They may have been to be the first territory, but I don't give a fuck because we're the best, we're the top territory, and I don't look at second place, okay? I don't give one iota of a shit of what they think and what they say, nor do I really care what anybody really says. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. Only few are worth looking at. Right? So
Here.
while they're busy making on Power talking about we're the first territory, like anybody watching even knows what the hell they're talking about. I'm out there cashing checks, defending world championships, building Exodus into what it is, providing the future of the industry, a fucking platform, and the damn, hopefully, real life income one day. So, yeah, all right, maybe they're first. Who cares? We're best.
Talk about this world championship. Talk about the importance of this world title.
Oh, I thought. It's very important. It's a very important title.
Strictly
No, I mean,
business.
you got to think about the lineage and the legacy of it, like the names affirmated that I mentioned. Casually, who have held that to kind of be the one that is holding it now as this company is building towards a new future and a new era. You know, it's a daunting responsibility where I'm loaded on a lot of ends, creating Exodus, defending this title, being the top guy at NWA. I think I'm the top guy at OVW. I mean, being a top guy everywhere I go. But heavy is the head that wears the crown. Luckily, I have a very big head, and that's a perfect crown to put on top of it. It's very meaningful. It's very historic. It's a great honor. But also, if you look at, if you look at it like what is or what's to come, you lose the value of being present in the moment. So that's one thing I learned in this business is like, if you're present in the moment, you're going to enjoy it a lot more instead of worrying about what's to come. But I'll be defending that August 24th against Richard Holiday. I don't know if you know of
Heard
him.
about this guy.
He's a
I
real...
like
You
him.
picked that thing up, didn't
I
you?
like
Yeah,
him.
you shouldn't be touching that. It's yours.
Yeah,
What the hell's going
I
on
like
with that?
him.
He's the first person actually to bash me over the head with it, causing me to bleed my own blood.
Whoop
So
his ass.
I might have
Ben
to.
Stiller his ass, honestly, yeah. Nobody makes
I may have
EC3
to.
beat his own blood.
But like,
Nobody.
he's another guy, a great talent who has had great successes. He literally overcame cancer. I don't know if you know that about him. Doesn't mean he's not a dickhead, but he did overcome cancer. And though he's not affiliated with the NWA at the moment, like bringing him into Exodus, I've always seen a lot of potential in him, a lot of stardom in him. I see where people made mistakes with him and how I can probably push him forward. It just so happens it came at the expense of my own head, and now this title match. But regardless, actually, it's probably the biggest challenge I have to date as champion. So pretty cool. But it's August 24th, and yes, I will defeat him. I will beat him to death with the mustache on his face. We will make him a bigger star in the process, and then maybe he takes that and parlays it into success in the NWA or elsewhere. But he's a very talented guy and should be somewhere.
I always wondered how you could take a mustache off someone, beat him with it, and put it back on without using like a staple gun.
Follicle by follicle.
There you go. Yeah.
Arduous process.
Yeah, baby steps, right? Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
One at a time.
So I'd be remiss, EC3, if I didn't ask you a little bit about your entire career. We talked about how long you've been in the business, putting in work for a good chunk of time. Tell me about April 14th, 2003, Sunday Night Heat against Rodney Mack, your very first WWE match.
No, that wasn't me.
You went deep in the crate.
No, I never wrestled Rodney Mack.
Really?
Rodney Mack is one half of the NWA Tag Team Champions as part of Blunt Force Trauma. But no, my very first WWE match was it was a tag team match where I tagged with Chris Cronus against Charlie Haas and Viscera. And that was at the Gund, which was the Q, and now is the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Wow.
So, is that Wikipedia? Because they're fucking liars. They're
I did a little bit of
liars.
information. I was curious about
Are
it.
we able to edit a Wikipedia
No.
entry on the show?
I've been trying to edit it for years because I'm like, lie, nope, not true, half truth, nope, I hate it. Like, there's missing sections of no
I
context.
put myself in there. Please don't edit it.
Oh no,
Saved.
you cannot source Wikipedia on a college paper, nor should you on an interview. But
No.
if that was the date of that match, I can tell you. I mean, that's where it all started. Starting on the Indies in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Where weekend warrior kind of thing. Like, yeah, it's my hope, it's my dreams, I want to do it. But when I walked out of there for the first time to get my ass handed to me by a 500-pound man, I knew the second I walked out there that no matter what I do with my life, if I don't pursue this fully, I will think it's a waste. So,
Honestly. Going up against that kind of person, too, right off the bat.
yeah.
I'm sure, hey, great guy behind the scenes, all that stuff, too, but it's got to be a little bit intimidating to walk out and see that coming your way.
Yeah, he had a big trash bag suit on. I don't know if you remember Big Vis. Dark blue eyes.
Yeah.
Your complexion. The blonde hair.
Yep.
Yep, 500 pounds. He did a thing where he'd, can I say molest the guy? It was
That's pretty much what
he
happened.
laid on the guy. Right
Yeah,
in
that's
his-
pretty much
Call
what
it as
happened.
we see
That's,
it.
that's what I saw when I was
Yeah.
watching.
I
That's
didn't,
what I watched.
I didn't get molested, but I definitely got Samoan dropped and pinned. So
There's no HR in the ring. No.
No.
she's HR too.
You do that too?
So many hats.
I do whatever they need for the most part.
I am curious, though, about the runs, obviously. You mentioned growing up a WWF fan. Having a couple different kind of go-throughs in at least the WWE umbrella, be it through NXT when it first started as Florida Championship Wrestling, obviously then in the latter parts of the new kind of NXT era, making it back to the main roster. Your thoughts kind of on that time, and I can't help but notice someone you probably know pretty well, formerly Eli Drake, now LA Knight,
Yeah, he's killing it.
kind of the same skill set as you, man. The same kind of mic skills, same
Yeah.
build, same, kind of
I don't know if I can
avenue.
jump to the top rope like him anymore. I
Yeah,
used
that's
to.
crazy. He still does that. It's nuts.
But no, I'm seeing him against Logan. It's Logan, right? Paul? I don't know the Pauls.
I always
But,
mix them up.
yeah, but at SummerSlam, part of me is like, that should be me. But it shouldn't. No, it should be him, and he did awesome. Very happy for his success.
Yeah.
But he's been through the system a couple times too. So there's very similar stories. We both reinvented ourselves in TNA and Impact, and I mean, I don't know what the question is other than I'm very happy for him, and he's doing very well.
Yeah, I think just for me, because of how talented you are, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass at all. I actually
I'll take
think but I've watched your career throughout the year, especially in TNA, working through coming back to WWE again. What do you think happened in that situation? I mean, we talked about bad creative earlier. That's always an excuse, but I mean, you have everything they're looking for, especially now. I guess the overarching question is, when are we going to see you possibly back in one of those arenas again, be it WWE, be it AEW, one of those major promotions, because you have that level of talent to be not only a top guy, what you're doing now, which is awesome, and you kill it, but on that level too, you fit in.
Yeah.
You really do.
Well, I'm better than everybody. I'm aware. But I am the NWA World Champion for a reason. So
I'll take that shit on the show.
there's four times in wrestling, and I'll tell this to the young guys a lot. And there's the wrong place at the wrong time. There's the right place at the wrong time. There's the wrong place at the right time. But the only time it's ever going to work out for you is the right place at the right time. So
Just describe my
yeah,
love life. Go ahead.
it's true, right?
Go ahead, continue.
I got the tissues in the bag, buddy. We'll talk later.
It
Thank
works
you. Right after this
at
interview. Thank you.
quantum levels. But I mean, for LA Knight, you know, he was in the right place at the right time, where I might have been in the wrong place at the right time, or the right place at the wrong time, or the wrong place at the wrong time. Probably the wrong place at the wrong time the first time, and then the right place at the wrong time on the second go around. But you can't look to the past and make blames. Oh, this happened, or the creative is bad, or this got pulled, or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, what did I do about it? I could have done more. And whether that more would have been storming into crazy fall from grace Vince McMahon's office and tell him he's a complete psychopath for not utilizing me properly, which I didn't do, but maybe I should have. Maybe I should have not been afraid to get fired in an effort to push myself forward, as opposed to what a lot of talents would have is the complacency to not say anything, not do anything, complain behind the backs, complain to others, but safely cash their checks. So if anyone's to blame, it's me.
I gotta ask you this real quick. Actually, for the both of you, in Exodus, been around, for a year.
Yeah.
For the both of you, your favorite storyline.
Ooh.
Favorite storyline in Exodus Pro over the last year.
I don't want to say it. Mike from State Farm's very bad years. Very,
Oh my God.
very
Mike
funny to
from
me.
State Farm.
But he's such a train wreck. Oh, so Mike. That's the fact of freaking, we got an insurance salesman
He really is a State Farm agent, Mike Faber.
over to a wrestling fan base is a testament to what we can do. But,
I was a part of the first crowd.
when the check got stolen the first time.
Yeah.
Yep. we kind of started that chant for the
It's good. And you know what? It's skyrocketing. But now, like, he kept losing the checks, and he kept doubling down, and then he kept getting screwed, and then he lost everything. I mean, I think his wife left him. His house was foreclosed on. His business is still good.
His dog ran away.
No, his dog died.
Oh, his dog
Oh,
died.
not
Yeah,
the dog.
I
Why
know.
couldn't the
Oh,
wife
not the
die?
dog.
and
Went to
the dog
Disneyland.
ran away?
Maybe we should
he
change
doesn't-
it.
Yeah.
No, no.
But then, like, he's, at the last show, he finally was like, 3 days sober, and the crowd went crazy, and then Tiffany Nieves turned him down.
3 days.
He relapsed immediately.
Oh, sorry.
I think
That'll happen, man.
that's not my favorite, but it's one of them. I'll let you go while I think of it.
No, that one's definitely very fun. But I honestly, it's been probably for me been the whole thing with the Groovy Grizzlies. Aaron Stevens coming out and doing shows with us, and being the best bad guy. He knows how to be
Remember
the
when he-
nicest dude ever, though. Sorry, he's really nice to me at least.
He's the real genius when it comes to creative and what he's been able to do with talent and really bring them up levels. It's absolutely insane. Like the fact that's his calling, I think. But great story. Yeah. Remember when he pulled the hat off and it was really him the whole time?
Oh, as a Groovy
Oh.
Grizzly?
What a crowd couldn't believe it.
It was amazing. It was definitely. He started recruiting other wrestlers,
Oh
and then
my
they
God.
changed their last name to his last name, and then it would literally they'd bring this bear out in chains, and it
Oh,
would
hell
break
no.
my heart.
Oh my God.
And every time I would find myself, and probably I should have answered the biggest challenge of this job is not yelling like a fan while I'm watching the
Oh.
show, because I'm over there like, give the bear back for the love of God. It's so fun. It's just so fun to be a part of.
You gotta post those like Samantha Irvin, like every time like something happened.
She experienced.
I don't
the
want
show.
that
It's
heat,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
I don't want the heat that poor woman gets on social.
I think the heat is very unnecessary
It is,
from
honestly.
certain fans. They're out of.
I don't know what we're talking about. Who?
Samantha Irvin. That's right. You don't know. You only care about the best.
Yeah. I do.
You're rubbing off on me. This is a
The
problem.
loyalty.
It's a
I'll tell you
and-
what.
I would say storyline wise, conclusively everything, due to the fact you can watch like that story. It kind of came to light at the last show where everything we've been kind of pushing forward, hearing Dante Casanova walk out to a superstar reaction. While has every skill and talent to be a superstar, he just hasn't had the platform yet. Where I'm like, that works. To watching Pretty Boy Smooth and CeeLo come out, where I write CeeLo. Here's what I write for a Pastor CeeLo script. go be Pastor CeeLo. And I just let him go, and he nails it. And Pretty Boy comes out looking like a star. The reactions Man Bun and Sam Beal got before our main event last show, like the fulfillment of watching everything working, not based on what I'm doing, but based on what they're doing. Can't beat it, man.
PB, our current champ, he is insanely impressive in his ability to control himself and what's going on around him without looking like he's paying attention to it.
Wow.
I sat ringside holding a belt for one of the shows, and something happened where people came over the rope, people on the floor, everybody was going everywhere, and I could see the control in him. And not once was I ever worried about my safety. I mean, these men and women are such professionals on so many levels, but that one moment I was like, that's why he's our champ.
And it seems like the in-ring quality from day one to now, and what we're going to see next week, has leaps and bounds improved from day one. And, you know, it's a testament to the standard that you got, you know, that you set and the whole nine, everything.
It's a testament to the talent stepping up to the plate, really. So we provide the platform, they knock it out.
All right, we're almost at the end here. So, for those who are thinking, maybe I should go to this show.
If they're a wrestling fan locally in Cleveland watching this show, they have to go to the show. I don't know why they wouldn't go to this show. It's a top quality show. It's on the cusp of being something great. You can get in on the ground floor because the only place we're going is up. Okay? If you love great wrestling, if you're Meltzer Mark and you count stars, guess what? We have 5-star matches.
God, don't get him fucking started.
I hate him. If you're a
Stick
cat,
around for the rest of the show.
if you're a smart mark who I like the flippy. Guess what? Guys do flips. They do them when it makes sense, and they do them to maximum reaction. If you're somebody who's a casual fan, I'm a father. I like wrestling. I need something to do. Guess what? Kids 12 and under. What are they? $10? Good. For $40, you can bring the whole family to Exodus Pro and have an astoundingly good time and be a good dad for once. I mean, if you've never seen wrestling and you're watching this show, if for some reason you stumbled onto this show, like, I don't know how, you would. But if you're local in Cleveland and you don't even know what wrestling is, I encourage you to go because we have drink specials, we have food specials, we have attractive people in the audience, so it's not like a regular wrestling show. Like, there's really legitimate human beings that come to this show.
That's a big sales pitch.
Yeah.
See, that's honestly
So,
huge.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what was your question?
No, that was the question. Give the
You have
sales
to.
pitch for the next show, and you answered it.
Main event. First time ever, Richard Holiday, the most marketable, EC4 he was once called, gets to challenge EC3 for the NWA Heavyweight Championship. The tag team titles will be decided. J-Rock, Rex Brody, two Cleveland local legends. Is this their last chance? Last chance for glory against the main event, who are just a ginormous tag team making waves all across the Northeast. Dante Casanova challenges Pretty Boy Smooth in two of my personal favorite creations finally just mashing together. You have a giant and you have a warrior. That sounds cool to me. Sam Beal, Man Bun Jesus, and Lord Cruz spin kicking the faces off of the slime balls, and Carson Drake. Young upstart Cal Hero returns to face young upstart Hayden Backlund. Yes, of that Backlund fame. Tiffany Nieves is in a fatal four-way for the women's championship against It's Maya World, who's been tearing it up, against Kelsey Heather, who's been tearing it up, against Kylie Page, who's been tearing it up in the NWA. What else do we have? The Caesar Skirmish. Cristiano Argento, Real Italian Excellence, the Caesar of Exodus Pro. Yes, he won a Toga Battle Royal.
Okay.
The
this is
Julius
big deal
Caesar
now.
Memorial
Big deal
Toga.
now.
He
Let's
won
go.
it.
Let's
This
go.
man, I don't know how he makes his voice crack like that when he talks, but
He does.
it's so fun. You don't even understand.
Imagine if The Miz was Italian. That's him. Okay.
Wow.
We got him.
Wow.
Right live in
Forget
Exodus
about
Let's
Pro.
go. Let's go.
He will have 5 unnamed opponents will be running in, and it's going to be a skirmish. So, I don't know. I think that's the whole card. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Amanda, did he leave anything out?
Amanda's hosting.
Do I have who are my coworkers that day? We got
Well, you'll be sitting with the lovely Linda.
Ugh,
We'll be doing
Linda
the ring
Kay.
announcing. Linda Kay.
of OVW. I love Linda. She's so amazing. She's such a professional, but she is such a pleasure to work with. So very exciting to have her out.
That's right. And then the man on the street, Josh, is going to be sitting on play-by-play.
The guy with the bow tie,
The guy
Josh
with the bow tie
Gonai.
will be sitting on
Josh
play-by-play.
Gonai. I say
We
it right.
told him today, he sent me a heart emoji, and I replied, "Don't send me this yet. I'm a ruthless producer."
He probably cried though.
I'm going to be all over. I know. I got to push these guys.
He's going to be so good though. This is a kid who is a fan.
Oh, good.
Like my God, the wrestling runs through his veins. He loves it like a child, and
does.
so just very, very eager to learn. And this is somebody who's not even wrestling. To see him be taken under the XO Pro wing and kind of help him develop, and having the opportunity to get in front of. Can we mention William Patrick?
William Patrick will be watching, yes.
So, and he had come out and actually done a workshop for people. So to be able to get in front of somebody like that, he bought NWA 2017 to bring it back, man. He saw the value. He also was a wrestling fan, but for him to come out and give that time to our people, and not just to the wrestlers, to people that are like, hey, I want to do promo. Tell me if this is good or not. I mean, this man loves it, and he wants to see it succeed at every level, and EC3 and everybody else at every level are the same way, same passion, and the same mentorship goes to everybody.
And I definitely push my guys to them. I get mad when they're not being used because I believe our roster is better than the NWA's right now. I said it. NWA Exodus is better than the NWA. It's because I'm on both, but but no. Very proud of these guys, and I don't know.
Are you honestly,
there's some sort of leadership.
You gotta go to the show. You just gotta
go.
go to the shows. Like the shows sell itself. Honestly, just go, and you'll have a great time.
At 6:05, you'll be out by 9:05, so you still have a whole night. So you can go do whatever you do, whatever weird Saturday night endeavors you want. It's kind of like.
See, but I don't think people after the show, I'll be honest. Like the shows I go, I don't think people want to leave. Like after
Well, then
shows.
we'll be having an after party at the Wild Goose in Willoughby, so you don't have to.
Let's go.
Let's
They have the best pizza
They
ever.
do have fantastic pizza, but also too, sometimes people are hesitant. I went to a wrestling show. It was 4.5 hours. It took forever. Like, nah.
You don't even realize. I'm not saying this. I'm legit. Like, going to these shows, you do not realize like how long the shows are
It
because
moves.
it just flies. There's a great flow. You guys do a great job putting the show together. Like, there's a great flow.
Life is a flow.
It is.
Just gonna feel it, man. Just gonna feel it. Ups and downs. It's a roller coaster.
It be like that, man.
It does be like that.
It be like that. I'm not even talking to the mic anymore. I gave up.
Oh,
Well,
man.
thank you guys
Yes.
very much for coming in studio.
Yeah.
In studio. This I hope you like the studio. Pete, he does a great job. He's back there somewhere.
Yay, Pete.
Thriving.
He does a great job. Keep us in line. Well, me in line.
You-
Kyle, different story.
Kind of a
but-
loose cannon.
No, I'd be happy to come back. I'd be happy to facilitate this room with tons of talent. Send them up whenever you want them, man.
All right.
Anytime. Though, with your insurance guy, and hopefully,
I'm looking
we
for
are
a new
looking
rep,
for more
man, I know.
sponsors, but
Just don't take them from me.
That's right.
It's always on the show. Mike from Safe Farm.
there you go.
There it is.
Amanda Casey. By the way, you got to bring Spano.
He said to tell you hi.
Yeah, Spano's my guy. You
Yeah.
gotta bring Spano to these shows.
Listen, so we have in the radio studio, we have a mannequin. You remember Bob, the armless, legless mannequin. And for some reason this morning, I decided I wanted to turn him into Jobu. And so we had a Bart Simpson like stuffed animal in the studio that was left from who knows when. So I ripped his arm off and I pulled the stuffing out and I found a glue stick and I made Jobu hair and I made his little cigar. And Spano came in, and this is our midday guy. He came in and he goes, "Do you know how Jobu helped the Indians?"
Why am
He
I not
didn't.
surprised?
He didn't help them.
No, he didn't. Because Serrano said,
He said, "I'll do it myself."
"Fuck you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself."
He said what?
"Fuck you, Joe Boo. I'll do it myself."
That's right.
Then
He lost it.
He hit a 2-run homer to tie the game.
He said,
against
"Get that
the-
thing out of here." I'm like, man, whatever. Don't ruin my fun.
All of a sudden, I couldn't hit a curveball.
I know. I don't know what happened. Amanda,
Jesus Christ can hit a curveball, by the way.
Yeah,
that's true. Very, very true.
No doubt.
Well, that's the end of the 20-minute interview. Did we go 20 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, there we go. EC3,
Thank you.
NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Amanda Casey, WONE. Got to wake up in the morning. You know,
I do.
Spats, you don't want to make them upset. You know,
No, he's scared of me. Stop it. Especially since I've been hanging out with these guys.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
outta here.
yeah. Check them out, definitely. And this, again, Saturday,
August.
Wow. August
Thank you.
24th.
August 24th.
I'm thinking of
Doors
winter
at
already.
505 Treelawn Music Hall, EXO Pro, EXO, EXOProWrestling.com. Get your tickets.
Get him now because it's going to sell out.
It is
Yeah.
going to
Oh,
sell out.
God.
And they sell out quick, too. I'm not even joking. Like, you might be up there, you know, so get it. And if you can't make it, it's now streaming on YouTube as well.
YouTube.com/NWA.
So, definitely. All right. Well, thank you guys for
Yes.
coming in the studio.
Thank you.
This has been fun. I was going to say, like, hey, you know, help me cut a promo or something, but we're out of time. So.
I think Double A wants to get chopped.
No,
Yes!
I do not. No, I do
Yes!
not.
He
no,
told
no,
me
no, no,
he
no,
wants
no.
to get
no,
chopped.
no. Sir, that's okay.
How many
You don't
times
need-
people ask you
Sir,
to do that?
Oh, you
sir,
meant
well-
from
Sure.
him. I thought you meant from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm cool with it.
Hell no, I'm not cool with that. No.
I wanted Adam Sure to choke slam you, but we didn't get to do that.
No, we're good. We're good.
I still,
no.
it's one of my wish list items. You know, people have like the Amazon wish list and all that stuff. It's one of mine to get someone. He has a problem with Mr. Braun Strowman, this guy over here, don't you?
That's not their concern.
Well, he's good. He's good, buddy. He's.
I know Braun.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure Braun's a great guy. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Thank you both so much. We really appreciate you guys coming out.